Mama G here, one of the faces behind Piercing Creations, and today we are going to do a striped tumbler. I love striped tumblers. I feel like every video I say that I love that particular tumbler, but I just love making tumblers. I enjoy it, it's so much fun, and it's just, I love them all. So today I'm going to be showing you this rainbow tumbler. It is on a 12-ounce skinny, and I love making stripes, and I love making the stripes symmetrical. It's not always easy when you have an oddly sized tumbler. My painter's tape is 1 inch wide, and I needed to put this many colors on there. So I had to figure out how to make the stripes even, and that way all of the colors fit. So, do you wanna know my trick? Let's get it. I am using a 12-ounce skinny from Craft Haven, and the way that I did these stripes is I measured around the cup, which was like 9.5 inches, and then I measured the height of the cup and divided it by the number of colors that I wanted to make. So doing that, I got 10 inches long or wide by 0.78 inches high. The cup is not 10 inches around, but I like to have a little bit of an overlap so I can kind of like dog ear the end, and it makes it easier to grab and pull it off when I'm done. So I'm just lining it up with the top, the very first one, as straight as I possibly can, because this one is going to set the tone for the rest of the stripes being straight and even and crisp. And now you can see what I mean by dog earing the end, because I realized, oh, that's too flat. It's gonna be too tricky to pull it off. So I just fold a little piece over so it's got like a little tab there. And then I just follow suit with the rest of the colors. Making sure that my lines are straight, as straight as they can be, so they can be nice and crisp. Folding the end over, and there you go. And now we're all done. So I have all my stripes ready to go. I love doing it this way with the vinyl because it leaves such more crisp lines than the painter's tape. That's Cherry Tomato Pop of Color paints, and I'm going to use that with my red glitter, which is Racy by Obsessed Glitter Co. So I remove my first strip, make sure everything's straight and there's nothing sticking out all wonky and crazy. And normally when I'm doing the Pop of Color paints, I do use 2 coats of paint, but since it's base coated white, I'm only going to do 1 coat to adhere my glitter. Look how pretty that red is. And I'm going to do every other color. That way it gives the other colors a chance to dry in between. So I don't have a yellow Pop of Color paint, so if you know anyone from CC DIY, tell them to hook a sister up with some yellow Pop of Color paint so I don't have to just use this acrylic paint in my Mod Podge. And this yellow glitter that I'm using, I honestly cannot even remember where it's from. It's one of my very first glitters that I bought when I first started using tumblers. I found it on Etsy. I didn't save the labels or anything because I didn't know about that stuff back then, so I have no idea who made it. But it's a very pretty yellow. Pat pat on the bottom. Next, we're doing the royal blue Pop of Color paints, and I love this royal blue color. It is so pretty. I like doing every other because then I don't have to be super duper careful the whole time. I can just slap it on there, peel it off, and then it's good to go. This is Morpheus by Obsessed Glitter Co. and I am obsessed with this color. See what I did there? I love it. It's such a pretty deep blue, and honestly, on different lighting, sometimes it even looks purple. The last color is going to be pink. And I have my hot pink pop of color paints, and this is going to be the last stripe and the entire bottom. I really, really like this color. I just make sure I get some really good coverage with that paint because this glitter is a chunky mix, so I want to make sure it sticks on there really good and I don't have any gaps or open places where there will be no glitter, because nobody likes bare spots in your glitter. Just make sure it's all lubed up pretty well. And this glitter that I'm using is called Flamingo by Glitter in Style. So now going back to the in-between stripes, this is orange, and I also don't have an orange pop of color paint, so CCDIY, hook a sister up. This is just orange acrylic paint mixed in with some Mod Podge. Still only doing one coat, and it does great. So I just do a stripe in the middle and then just bump the edges to make sure it stays nice, neat, and crisp. And then I do one more swirl around the middle to even out so there's no crazy bumpy places in the glitter. And this is Space Jam by Obsessed Glitter Co. It's a medium cut, and this actually glows in the dark, and it glows so nice. I love this one so much. It's not released yet, but it's coming. Now I have the neon green pop of color paints, and I'll be doing the same thing. Just a little spinny slappy, get the paint on, and it's a small cup so it doesn't take long. And the excess from the initial paint application, don't I sound professional, is enough to cover the top edge and the bottom edge of the stripe. I love this green so much. And as soon as I got it, I knew that I had to use this with Flubber. This is Flubber from Obsessed Glitter Co. It just reminded me of that movie, Robin Williams, that goopy little green giant booger thing. Love it. Muted Plum for the purple, and this is the last color. See how easy that was? And look how crisp those lines are. The vinyl creates so much better, I'm gonna call it a seal around the edges so you don't have any bleeding. No matter, you see how sloppy I put that paint on there. As soon as I pulled it up, crisp, 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 crisp. I love it. Swirly, swirl, swirl. And this is Jack and Rose by Obsessed Glitter Co. I love this color so much. Look at that rainbow. So pretty. I love it so much. So after 2 coats of epoxy and a teeny bit of sanding, I cut out these vinyl strips on Cricut, and I am putting them, I made them with shapes, and you find the square, you unlock it, then you put in the measurements you need, and it can make these skinny strips or fatter or however you like it. I like these skinny strips, and my friend that I'm making this for requested black strips, so that is what we're doing, and I love how it came out. Even though, to be honest, the vinyl strips, the method that I used to make the stripes, gave it such a crisp line that it really didn't even need that stripe. You know, sometimes you add the vinyl stripes just so you can cover up a little boo-boo. Trust me. This is the only striped tumbler that I've done that looks this crisp. So I already know, but I love it. There's nothing better than a good vinyl stripe just to tie it all together, break up those little colors, and just set it off. As I'm applying the vinyl strips, I am pulling it and stretching it just a little bit. And just make sure everything stays straight, in line, and where it needs to be. And of course, I still drop one and it gets stuck and I have to use my little dental hook dealie to get it off. But that's all right. And now that I have all the vinyl strips on, I'm going to put on a coat of Quick Coat from CC DIY to seal in the vinyl. Super easy. Removable vinyl for the win. And I love the Smart Vinyl because you don't even have to like put the work of smooshing it on the mat. You just slide it in the machine and it does its thing. You slide it on out and then slap it on. So easy. So I hope you try it. If you try it, tag me on Instagram so I can see your creations that you've done with my method. If you like videos like this, comment, like, subscribe to my channel, all that good jazz, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.